A war is a common metaphor in a pandemic, and in every war, there are frontliners. There are also casualties, and one of them is Donald Suelto, a 51-year-old Filipino nurse in London. Today, we're joined by his niece, Emmeline Suelto Robertson. She's based in Dunbar, in Scotland. Thank you for joining us, Emmeline, and we're very sorry for your loss. Emmeline?
Yes, hello po. Narinig ko po kayo.
Emmeline?
Hello po. Yes, hi.
Okay, magandang gabi sa iyo, Emmeline. Yes. Well,
Good
let's
evening.
talk about first your your uncle, no? He was a nurse in a hospital in London. He was attending to a cancer patient that turned out to be positive for COVID pala. Yun ba yung nangyari?
Opo, he was in contact with me during his isolation. He was in contact with his patient, and then after 3 days, because the patient that he was having is coughing, and then he was checking his temperature, and he was reported to his manager that he's got temperature, so he's really COVID query. So they did a swab, and then after 3 days they have result, and it was positive. And then that's the reason that Uncle Donald was in isolation for 7 days. So we were on contact with him, and he was giving me details what's happening during that time, because he said to me, because he doesn't have any personal PPE, the personal protective equipment, and then the patient was coughing in front of him, and he was saying that to me in our conversation that I will be catching this COVID-19. So that was our conversation, and
Right. Okay. So he was beginning to feel sick, and that's why nag 7 days isolation siya sa bahay na niya.
kasi he was in contact with a positive patient, so right away he was sent home for self-isolation, but he doesn't have any symptoms. Then after 5 days, he was saying to me that he started to have a sore throat. So we were even talking on what's the home remedies on it. But the next day he was saying to me he's starting to get fever. So definitely he caught the virus.
All right. And then there was a point na tumatawag na siya sa ospital. He was calling for, was it an ambulance or calling for medical help?
Because I told him that if you're not feeling well, and if you're not, I was advising him to go to the hospital. And then he was contacting with his manager that what number to call for an ambulance to help me. And he was told to phone 111. And he did call back again to his manager because he can't manage to get through because it's so busy. So on that day, that was Saturday,
Okay.
he did. The manager know that he did not manage to contact any of the health personnel to help him. So the next day, Sunday, he did ask again to help him, but then that was the last conversation from his manager. So we were devastated that it was just after 2 days of the last contact of the manager, I was the one told by one of his friend to contact the police because they know that I am the next of kin here. So I did ask the police to forced entry to his flat. So, and then they found out that he was dead already in his flat.
Okay. So they were trying to contact him at that time. Ganun ba yon?
I was trying to contact him for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I was trying to contact, but he did not answer. So I was like expecting he was already in the hospital.
Okay. Where is his family, Emmeline? Does he have a family, wife, and children? Are they here in the Philippines?
No, he doesn't have. He's a 51 years old, and he's 18 years in service of NHS. And he have only mother, which is 77 years old, and he supported his nieces to send him to school. he's got 4 nieces and nephews in the family. So he's the one who's supporting all the family. So he's really a dedicated worker, and family. He just devoted to his family. So, and he loved his job, and
Wow,
you know,
18
this the
years. 18
person.
years in the National Health Service already. Yes. Where are his remains now? Will they be brought back here to the Philippines, or will be cremated there in the United Kingdom, in Britain?
Yeah, the procedure was really very tough from us because there's no direct contact from us after that we were informed that he was found dead in his house. It was like we've been chasing so many numbers from different coroner court in London because there's no one was even concerned to us to phone on what would be the procedure after they found dead on my uncle. So we did phone
All
different
right.
coroners and
Emeline,
they passed
yeah.
us to different number. And then it was really a tough time for us until the 6th day we found out where he is. So with the help of our local police here.
All right. Emeline Suelto Robertson, thank you very much for joining us this evening.